Hey YouTube land, it's O'Sheen. My hair is blue. I've had a fabulous weekend of self-care. I hope everyone's Labor Day is going great. Bit of update in life, just real off the top get-go. I have met my service dog trainer. The crazy far out part about that is one of my best friends, Ashley, actually went to the same school as him and graduated in the same class. So kind of freaky, right? Anywho, so in my last video I said we're going to be switching direction on this channel, and we're going to start today. I'm throwing up the introduction video for a trance. All of the questions will be in the description section. I highly recommend you read them because I'm not going to read them out loud. Couple basic things about trance work. For those of you out there who have some experience, you kind of know what you're getting into. For those of you out there who have absolutely no experience in trance work is deep. It can be light, it can be deep, it can have no effect on you at all. It will all depend on where you are emotionally and spiritually if you choose to do this trance work. This trance work is about working with the power of sound and music. The entire set of questions and the arc of the trance are things I designed and developed myself. Now, the music for it, which will be under this video, is the playlist in order, is stuff that you can find on YouTube. I just compiled the playlist is all I did there. All credit for the music goes to, obviously, the artist of the music, albums, studios, stuff like that. None of that I developed. Hoping I'm not violating copyright. I think I've got some really interesting stuff set up for you guys. I really think you guys will love this trance. This is going to be some awesome stuff right here, and it really, I just can't even begin to tell you, that, this kind of stuff is fun. It's awesome. I'm excited I'm doing it. A couple things here that I also want to mention about trance work. Make sure you're safe when you do this. My recommendations for this particular trance, do it in the evening, maybe close to bedtime, or maybe even if you want to go to bed. I don't know, kind of go either way. You could also do it as you're falling asleep. You may not get all the way through it. Now, to be honest, I have run the music and the trance about 4 times myself, actually in the trance, and I've spent the last 2 or 3 days listening to the music to make sure I feel like it really works. Again, I recommend doing this in low lighting, comfortable headphones. Minimize your distractions. Good headphones can be vital to this. If you're listening to it on your laptop, cool. But I really recommend good headphones. I actually have AirPods that Apple made that I got with my watch for my birthday. They're great. They're Bluetooth. They link up to my Bluetooth and my computer, so super simple. If you're going to use your phone, because you need to have, plug your headphones in, that's fine too. I just highly recommend really good headphones. Again, minimize distraction. First and foremost, make sure you've drank a glass of water, had something to drink so you don't dehydrate and become thirsty because you're going to be breathing deep. Go to the restroom, make sure you've kind of gone to the restroom. Not going to be distracted by that. If you live in a house and you have housemates and you're in your bedroom, please ask your housemates respectably to not disturb you unless it's an absolute emergency, like the house is on fire, we need to leave, you're going to die kind of thing. Hey, what do you want for the Chinese dinner? Not okay. Again, be respectful, be polite, but make it clear that unless it's an absolute necessity, to please not disturb you until you come out of your room of your own accord. If you have a dog, take it for a walk, make sure it's gone potty, make sure it's good, make sure it's ready. If you crate your dog at night or you crate your dog when you're not home, I would recommend probably crating the dog um, to minimize distraction. However, that's up to you. If you also have the kind of dog that I'm hoping to get that sleeps next to you at night, it is totally cool if the dog is laying next to you, as long as they're not like licking you and, like being obnoxious. If they're going to be obnoxious, that's a problem. Like, they need to lay calmly next to you as if they were going to sleep. You know, highly again recommend a good pair of headphones. Vital. It'll help kind of block out everything else so you can stay really focused on the work. This idea of opening yourself to sound and music and the power behind that. Do your best to just minimize kind of distraction in general. A few things that you may want to have handy after the work ends are a glass of water, a journal, and a pen. Something to eat, a light snack. I mean, like, a couple cookies is fine. You don't have to go, like, super crazy healthy. Like, actually, like, a piece of cake or, a couple of homemade cookies or, something like that is actually better after this kind of stuff, believe it or not. It's kind of hard to explain. Now, I've told y'all before, I'm a huge fan of journaling. I talk about it all the time on my YouTube that journaling is one of the best things you can do. I highly recommend that before you do this trance, and really, I would recommend you do it 2 or 3 different times to see how the experience changes for you. Journal 10 to 20 minutes about what's going on for you before you do this trance. A great way to journal might be to answer the questions around all of the songs that I've picked that I'm putting. I'm not going to read each song out loud. It will be in the description of the video, so please read the description so you know where the questions are. Now, the arc of the work, it's 9 songs. The 4th song and the 7th song are actually the same, and the 1st song and the 9th song are the same. They have different purposes. Every song in this plays its part, but it feeds. I will tell you, I'm not a DJ. I'm just kind of throwing this one out there. This is a totally new developmental design process by me. I may, in the future, try to find a program that's easy to use that allows me to create, like, no gaps. There's a lot of gaps in the music. However, be aware, in song 6, it comes out of Teleport by Paul Ogenfeld, which is a continuous mix, so it picks up very quickly and drops off at the end very, very quickly, so it can be a little startling. Anywho, first song, it's the opening. It is the root chakra tone. It's a singing bowl from Tibet. It's for the root chakra. It's basically what connects us to the earth. This is simple. It's an opening tone. This is why I'm saying to have headphones on, because that tone will be really concentrated, and it's really about the beginning and opening us to this journey of moving through sound and music, which I think is really awesome, and I think it's going to be a lot of fun for you guys. I hope people throw out feedback. This is my first attempt, so I'm a little nervous, but hey, I'm throwing my stuff out there. I told you guys I was going to do that. Now, songs 2 to 4. Song 2 is Children by Robert Miles. It's the dream version. It is really about beginning to dissolve into sound and music and just letting yourself dissolve. Song 3 is Sandstorm by Daru. I'm sure we all remember it. At least anyone that's in their early 30s remembers it. This is about the space of what you can't dissolve. The first song by Robert Miles is just things that will naturally dissolve as you dissolve into sound and music. Song 3 is the things that are holding you back, the things that won't dissolve into the sound and music and stop you from becoming just sound and music, which is what the goal of this trance is. Now, song 4 is a version of Sandstorm and Robert Miles' Children mixed by Daru, and it's really sort of about the interplay and the interweaving of that which is dissolving and that which won't dissolve. And, there are some questions, as I said, around each song. Again, I'm not going to state them out loud. Please read the description. They will be in there. And, look at that stuff and try to kind of get an answer to those questions. Back up for a second, forgot. The opening of the work is about 5 minutes. Songs 2 to 4 are about 17 minutes. Then we jump into songs 5 and 6. 5 and 6 are the deepest part of the work. They're sort of the pentacle of the trance, really. It's about 14 minutes. Songs 2 to 4 are really about getting you prepared to go into the deepest part of the trance from a safe place. Songs 5 and 6, there are no questions. Really what I want to say here is there's not guidance, there's not questions. This is your space. This is you doing the deepest work you can do in this moment. I want to throw some emphasis on this, though. It's really important in this particular trance that when you get into songs 5 and 6, that, let the music take you where it wants to take you. Don't try to stop it or control it or change the direction that you want. Ride the music and follow the music and let it take you down its own path, not the path you want to walk. Then again, that's about 14 minutes, and then we jump back into song 7, which is the same as song 4, and again, not stating the questions, they're going to be in the description, but this is going to be about looking at how the interplay between what dissolved and what didn't had changed, and if you were able to interweave in song 4, how does it feel now? And that's basically kind of what we're doing there, is looking at the interplay and coming back to, what dissolved immediately, what didn't want to dissolve, what happened, what was the interplay between them, the deepest part of the trance, and coming back to song 7 and now looking at, do the things that dissolved and didn't dissolve, are they more melded together? Are they more separated? Stuff like that. Then we jump into song 8. Really, again, there's no questions. Song 8 is very gentle. It's kind of abrupt change, really. I couldn't find really a good transitional piece, but song 8 is, this is the time where you're starting to come back to yourself. You're starting to come out of the journey, and, you are maybe able to start thinking and start being a little more aware of your thoughts. This is a great space to sort of process maybe the deepest part of the work, the questions you went in with, the questions coming out. Do you have answers? Did they change? Was there anything that you got? Was there anything that you want to think about a little more deeply? That's really what song 8 is about. It's about 9 minutes long. It's a really great piece. It's very gentle. From there, we jump into song 9, which is the same as song 1, but it's really about kind of regrounding at that point. It's that same ground tone that opened us to sound and music, and now it's going to help us come back down. Because, in trance, we tend to go so high, either we go high up, really deeper into ourselves, so we're not as aware of the world and the conscious human world we live in. And, at the end of any trance or any kind of magical work, you want to be back in your body. You want to be present and aware of this world, the world we as mortals and humans are supposed to be living in. Really, as song 9 starts, there is a bell, and there's a bell at the end because it's a singing tone. try by the end of song 9 to be as back in your body as you can. If you're laying down, which is what I did with it, I highly recommend it. Make yourself comfortable. I mean, you're going to be doing, after the intro video, 58 minutes of trance work. It's long. I mean, this is going to take you an hour and a half, or an hour and 15 minutes, and that's if you don't journal. I mean, you throw journal time in there, you're looking at least an hour and a half, if not 2 hours. When song 9 ends, start slow. If you're laying down, maybe just sit up really slowly, swing your feet over your bed or the couch, come sitting up straight, give yourself a moment, stand up, stand in the good posture, and take a deep breath. And just feel your body, feel the air move through your lungs. After that, I would recommend just kind of lightly patting the edges of your body, just to kind of make sure you're all there. Say your full name out loud 3 times. From there, have a glass of water, eat a light snack, and if you choose to journal, which I highly recommend, jump into the journaling. Anywho, guys, that's the end of my introduction to this video. I hope y'all have fun, have a great Labor Day weekend, and as always, peace, Oshin. I hope this trance is fun for you all. Later.